Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Binupurarachi.
And I'm Sitmija Ratna. Now let's take a look at today's headlines.
President's Environment Gold and Silver Awards to the national television. Rains continue in several areas. 10,644 persons from 2,632 families affected. The governor of Central Bank says Sri Lanka will achieve economic targets during next year. The routes of the suspects who fled has been identified according to the police. 4 police teams to investigate the assassination of the chairman of Valigama Pradeshiya Sabha. Police take into its custody 2 luxury buses belonging to Bako Saman. 1 curriculum for preschools. Air pollution increase again in Delhi, in India.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top story. The national television won the gold and silver awards of the Presidential Environment Award ceremony.
The function was held under the patronage of President Anurukumara Dissanayake. The Presidential Environment Award Ceremony 2025, organized with the aim of ensuring environmental sustainability in Sri Lanka, was held today at the Bandaranaike Memorial International Conference Hall. A total of 132 awards were presented under 9 categories, including 17 gold awards, 29 silver awards, 38 bronze awards, 47 merit awards and 1 special jury award. Producer Asanga Nilagaratna of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation won the gold awards in Sinhala medium of television of mass media.
Television Sinhala medium. Gold award goes to Asanka Nilagaratna, Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. Media sector, individual category, radio. Sinhala Media. Ladies and gentlemen.
The silver award in the same category was won by the Assistant Director Kamal Karyavasam of the Current Affairs Division of the SLRC.
Kamal Karyavasam, Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. Media sector, individual category, radio.
President Anurukumara Dissanayake presented the gold awards at the ceremony. A specially designed environmentally friendly memento was also presented to the President by Chairman of the Central Environmental Authority, Professor Tilakeva Vasam, and Director General of the Authority, Kapila Mahesh Rajapaksa. Following the presentation of awards, the President joined the award winners for a group photograph. Minister of Environment Dr. Dhammika Pattabandi stated that when the government, industries and the public work together towards a common goal, nothing is possible. The minister further said that the Ministry of Environment is committed to providing the necessary research support, encouragement and technical guidance to strengthen the collaboration between the government, industries and the people. The minister emphasizes that protecting the environment is not a responsibility assigned to a single institution or ministry, but rather a collective and national effort. He added that the Presidential Environment Award ceremony should not merely be an occasion to celebrate achievements, but an opportunity to move forward towards a greener, cleaner and more sustainable nation. Minister Sunil Handunetti said that priority has been given to the indigenous value addition for the green products of the country. A separate program will be implemented to provide loan facilities for industries which use renewable energy.
Disaster Management Center says that 10,644 people belonging to 2,632 families have been affected by the inclement weather. 4 deaths have also been reported so far.
Director of the Disaster Management Center, Pradeep Kodipilli, says that 377 houses have also been damaged. Director of the Disaster Management Centre, Pradeep Kodipilli, said that when reporting damages to houses, all Gram Nildaharis should contact their respective divisional secretaries, disaster relief officers or the District Disaster Management Unit or call the hotline 177. Meanwhile, although there is a slight decrease in rainfall, earth slips warnings has been further extended. Senior scientist of the National Building Research Organisation Vasant Senadira said that the level 2 landslide warning issued for the divisional secretariat divisions of Baddegama, Alpiti and Nagoda in the Galle district, Valalavita in the Kaludara district, Udunuwara and Yatinuwara in the Kandy district, Aranayaka, Yatiyantota, Kegol, Mavanella, Rabukkana and Dehiyovita in the Kegol district, and Ahaliyagoda, Kalavana and Ratnapura in the Ratnapura district would continue to remain in effect. He further said that even a minor rainfall in the coming days could worsen ground conditions and therefore urged residents living along canal banks and in other high-risk areas to remain vigilant and move to safer locations if necessary. The Met Department announces that showers or thunder showers may occur at times in the western, Sabaragamu, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts. Sporadic rains or thunder showers may also occur this evening in the northern province and in the Batiklo and Ampara districts. Due to the low pressure situation existing in the southeast Arabian Sea, heavy thunder showers may experience in the sea areas during the next 24 hours. Wind speed may increase up to 55 to 65 km per hour. Since the sea areas may become rough from time to time, the Met Department informs the fishing community to be vigilant on the inclement weather while engaging in fishing activities in the Bay of Bengal and in the Arabian Sea areas.
The Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe, says that Sri Lanka will achieve proper economic goals during the next year. This matter will be confirmed through the current economic indices. A media briefing on the review of the Financial Stability 2025 was held this morning at the Central Bank premises. Many matters over the Sri Lanka's financial stability were relieved in this event.
Governor, since inflation is on the positive side, do you think we'll be able to achieve the economic and financial stability targets by next year? And also, are there any risks that could slow down its progress?
I think one is in the monetary we obviously explained to all of you that our inflation target 5%, we will be reaching 5% inflation target next year. That is Central Bank objective is to maintain inflation, that we reach that. And also financial stability, we can see clearly the stability compared to last couple of years, stability is much better. There is a lot of improvements in terms of financial stability. So we don't see a problem. In terms of economic recovery, economy is continuously growing around 5%. I think that is a healthy economic growth after the crisis happened in 2022 and 2023. I think we see the trend continuing for next year as well. I think our projection also indicate next year also there will be at least 4 to 5% growth for next year. That is a very healthy, comfortable, good growth.
So, Governor, with the recent easing of vehicle import restrictions contributing to revenue this year, what's the plan to sustain or increase revenue from vehicle imports next year, given that the initial surge in demand may not continue?
So that's a revenue implication. I think is Minister of Finance should comment on that, because this year obviously because of pent-up demand, vehicle imports were a little higher than what was expected, and if you can remember, we talk about 1.2 billion like of overall motor vehicle imports in terms of foreign exchange. Now it's maybe around 1.5 billion by the end of this year. Looking at the trend, and now it's slowing down gradually. As a result, government was able to collect more revenues than expected. That's one of the reasons government has outperformed the revenue forecast. Next year, we hope that will be stabilized to normal levels once the pent-up demand is met. So then there will be normal demand going forward. I think we can manage that. That's not an issue.
Also, Governor, one small question from one side. There have been several comments in the political sphere saying that inflation has increased and the debt servicing is becoming unsustainable. Is that true, and what is your comment on that?
Inflation, I think there are two different things. I mean, we have to make it, understand two different things. Inflation, obviously, I have already explained, deflation is an unusual situation. Inflation target is to maintain around 5% in the medium to long term. So obviously, inflation will have to increase to up that level on the medium to long term. That's no question about that. But the debt level, I think debt is a function of, we are talking of government debt. Government debt is a function of government fiscal deficits. the government is performing revenues, surpluses or deficits more than what was expected, then debt dynamics should be much more favorable than what was expected. That's a simple analysis. For example, this year, now government is going to exceed the fiscal targets based on what they are basically expected. One is primary surplus. It was 2.3%. I think I can't share the numbers that government will have to announce. Primary surplus, in my understanding, will be much higher than what was expected this year. Revenue targets 15.3% will be that will be also exceeded with a significant margin. Expenditure also there will be a same level of. As a result, primary surplus will be better, revenue targets will be better, fiscal deficit will be lower than what was expected, which means if that did not happen, there could have been a higher level of debt to fill the gap. So with that, this development, there will be lower debt dynamics, debt path going forward, which will basically is positive for future debt sustainability and debt dynamics. That's what we see. The whole is about whether targets are being met. I think this time what positive part is that first time, I think after a long period, what was announced in the budget, actual is more than what was announced or targeted in the budget. That's I think first time in the history of several decades. And that's a positive performance on the fiscal side, which means debt dynamics should be better than what was expected earlier.
Police say that they have identified the route of the suspects who fled after the incident related to the assassination of the chairman of Waligama Pradesh Sabha, Lasantha Vikramasekara. This has been done after analysing the CCTV video clips. Chairman of Waligama Pradesh Sabha, Lasantha Vikramasekara, was shot dead in the morning yesterday by an unidentified person at his office. 4 police teams were appointed to conduct investigations regarding this incident under the supervision of the senior DIG in charge of the southern province. The suspect had arrived at the office of the chairman in a white colour shirt and a black colour face mask. CCTV clips recorded the fleeing scene of the suspect with another person in a motorcycle after firing several shots at the chairman, who was seated in his official seat. Accordingly, the suspects arrived at Apalagoda Junction in the motorbike from Nupe Mathura to Akurasa. Later, they have travelled towards Yakkalamulla from Imaduwa. After reaching Ketanvilla from Yakkalamulla in 2 motorcycles, they have been travelling towards Imaduwa on Gold Road from Akurasa. The body of Lasantha Vikramasekara was brought to his Midigam residence in early morning today. The final rites will be conducted on the 26th of this month. Minister of Public Security Ananda Vijayapala says that 4 police teams have been deployed to investigate the killing of the chairman of the Waligama Pradesh Sabha. Addressing the parliament today, he told that the criminals responsible for the killing can be revealed within a few days. Parliamentarian Mujibur Rahman said that Lasantha Vikramasekara became the chairman of the Pradesh Sabha 6 months ago through an election process. If he was a criminal, the government should have arrested him and produced before the courts. Minister Ananda Vijayapala said that upon hearing the incident, the IGP and the senior DIG of the Criminal Investigation Department were directly ordered to enforce law against this killing. Accordingly, 4 police teams have been deployed and more successful information received at present. The government also rigged its over this killing. Anyway, all the suspects connected to this killing taken into custody and their names will be published.
සොත්තුපාලිකාගාවද හිටිය කියලා මේ රටම දන්නවා. අද සොත්තුපාලික පුතා කාගාවද ඉන්නේ කියලා හොයලා බලන්න. මේකට සම්බන්ධ අය මේ සභාවට හෙළි කරනවා.
MP Chamra Sampath says that according to CID intelligence report, the public security minister is a police officer evicted from the police service.
අමම්පල කුරුණෑගල දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ තමුත්තේකම ඔය පැත්තේ මිනිස්සු සියලු දෙනා දන්නවා.
එතුමන්ලාගේ
Minister Ananda Vijayapala said that he has never engaged in any terror activities. He said that he resigned from the police due to a personal matter.
පෞද්ගලික හේතුවක් මත පොලිසියෙන් ඉවත් වුණේ. මෙතුමා කියන කාරණා සම්පූර්ණ අසත්‍යයි, දේශසහගතයි. ඔය කියන නගරවල ඡන්ද දීලා මම මේ රටේ മന്ത്രിවරයෙක්ට ආවේ. මම අහනවා අපි චාපන සම්පත
Deputy Minister Mahinda Jasingh questions that how the parliament appears for an organised criminal. He also questioned how police security can be given to such a criminal. Hambantota area has become an area of ice narcotic manufacturing and prison.
කප්පංගත් ඇමතිලා මේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ හිටියේ නැද්ද? ගරු නියෝජ්‍ය කතානායකතුමනි හිටියා. අන්න අපි එක වෙනස් කරනවා.
2025 8 29 දින පොලිස්පතිවරයාට ලියනවා. ඔහු පොලිසිය දැනුවත් කරනවා. ඝාතනය කරන්නට සැලැස්මක් තිබෙනවා කියන්නේ. සුදුසු ආරක්ෂාවක් මා වෙත ලබා දීමට කටයුතු සලස්වා දෙන ලෙස මා ඊට ගෞරවයෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා.
ඝාතනයට ලක් ලසන්ත වික්‍රමසූරිය
Minister Anand Vijayapala said that people of the country very well know who are connected to the underworld. Such politicians are the persons who made this country an underworld state. Earlier, the ruling politicians supported the criminals to maintain their power, and the situation has totally changed by now. The pledge not to take drug peddler Kehelbadra Padme out of the Criminal Investigation Department has been extended until the 2nd of December as per an order issued by the Court of Appeal of Sri Lanka. A writ petition filed by the mother of Kehelbadra Padme requesting an order to ensure the safety of his son, who is at present in the custody of the Criminal Investigation Department, was taken up today in the appeals court. The pledge has been extended to the agreement of the Deputy Solicitor General, who appeared on behalf of the respondents. The Colombo Magistrate Court ordered today to further remand Shadika Lakshani, the wife of Bako Saman, said to be a member of the criminal gang, until the 31st of this month. Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka S. Bodhiragam ordered to the bail application of the suspect to be announced on the same day after considering the facts presented by the Criminal Investigation Department and the attorneys at law of the defence. The magistrate issued the order. The officials of the Paliguri Division of the Western Province North Crime Division have taken into custody 2 luxury buses belonging to Bako Saman. One of the luxury buses have also been purchased 2 weeks before to taking into custody of Bako Saman, while the other bus had been engaged in tourism activities as revealed during the police investigations.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarsurya says the same curriculum will be implemented for all preschool island-wide from 2027. This has been emphasized during the Parliament subcommittee which met yesterday under the leadership of the Prime Minister regarding the education reforms.
The preparation of the pre-childhood curriculum frame has been completed. The Prime Minister stated that the training program to train nearly 19,000 preschool teachers is scheduled to be commenced on the 25th of next month. Teaching will be conducted according to a new curriculum of subjects. This program will be conducted in every province of the island. The Prime Minister added that no school will be kept closed during this process, and the policy of the government is to integrate schools and develop them. Ministers, parliamentarians and the Secretary to the Ministry of Education along with a host of officials attended the event.
13th Asian Endometriosis Congress 2025 will be held on 2nd and 3rd of November. This event will bring together world-renowned experts, research and doctors of all continents representing USA, Europe, Russia, China and the Asia-Pacific region. The pre-Congress workshop will be conducted on the 31st of this month and the 1st of November. This event will be provided an overview of the diagnosis, management and new research related to endometriosis diseases. More than 200 international delegates are expected to take part in this conference.
We are expecting total of 300 delegates and speakers to attend this conference. That's in addition to our Sri Lankan colleagues who will be joining us. On the 31st, we will be having an ultrasound workshop with some world leaders in that area. The 31st afternoon, there will be a seminar, public seminar, where the public can join as well, and that will be addressed by 4 leading experts, global experts in the area, 1 from the UK and 3 from the US. You can attend by registering. So you'll need to register early because the places will be limited. We can share the details of the registration process with the media. On the first, we are having a workshop focusing on the surgical aspects of these diseases with the European Endometriosis League. And then on the second and the third, we will be having the Congress proper. For that, we will be joined by the World Endometriosis Society as well, who will be sending a delegation of expert speakers. So it's going to be a very valuable and truly international event.
Another school community awareness program titled Healthy Food, Happy Life, which was implemented under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative, was held at the Narandiniya National School in Kemrupatia. The Healthy Food, Happy Life program has become a popular amongst students since it enlightens them on having safety food. With this program, national television had arrived at the Narandiniya National School in Kamburupitia this time. Nearly 1,000 students joined the program and they have expressed their views regarding the program. In addition, the awareness program, new canteen of the school, was also open today. The Healthy Food, Happy Life program will be held tomorrow at the Morakatiya Mahavidyalaya in Ambilipitia. We'll be back with news overseas after a short break. Moving on to news overseas, a toxic smog has returned to New Delhi once again, blanketing the capital and its suburbs in a thick haze.
And the air quality levels have plunged to poor and very poor categories, the worst seen since Diwali in 4 years. The sharp drop followed widespread use of firecrackers during Diwali despite partial bans. Experts say it's a mix of fireworks, vehicle emissions and crop residue burning in neighborhood Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh that triggers this year's crisis. While some reports suggest stubble burning declined this year due to the recent floods, official data from Punjab shows a sharp increase in farm fires in the past 10 days. Farmers say burning remains the cheapest way to clear field despite awareness drives and incentives. Meanwhile, the Delhi's population control rules were often floated during Diwali, with many residents reporting coughing, breathlessness and irritation.
Britain's King Charles III and Queen Camilla have made a landmark visit to Rome and the Vatican, their first state visit to the Holy See. The 4-day trip combined diplomacy, faith and symbolism, marking a new chapter in relations between the United Kingdom, Italy and the Vatican. During the visit, King Charles III joined Pope Leo XIV for an ecumenical service inside the Sistine Chapel, the first time since the English Reformation that a reigning British monarch, as Supreme Governor of the Church of England, has publicly prayed alongside the Pope. The historic service, highlighting themes of unity and care for creation, saw the King receive the honorary title of Royal Confrater of the Basilica of the St. Paul outside the walls of Chester, underscoring centuries-old ties between the English crown and the Vatican. Church officials stressed that the title carries no constitutional or religious implications and does not alter the King's Protestant role. The moment was held by many as a milestone for Christian reconciliation, though some traditionalists and Anglican groups voiced concern, saying the act could blur the lines of the monarch's Protestant oath. Beyond the Vatican, the royal visit included a full diplomatic agenda. King Charles became the first British monarch to address a joint session of the Italian Parliament, emphasizing the deep friendship between the UK and Italy and calling for unity in defending peace and diplomatic values. The visit also included a joint flypast by the Italian Air Force and Britain's Red Arrows cultural exchange in Rome and Ravenna, and a symbolic tree planting at Villa Volkoinski, a personal reflecting by the King as the continuous recovery from recent cancer treatment.
And meanwhile, China has set new two new Guinness World Records with a massive drone and fireworks display in the city of Luoyang, located in the Hunan province. The event held during the city's annual fireworks festival combined technology and tradition to create a spectacular show witnessed by millions. Nearly 16,000 drones lit up the night sky over Luoyang, forming intricate shapes including a towering tree of life and a giant flower. The performance concluded with a cascade of golden fireworks described as resembling a liquid gold waterfall. According to Guinness World Records, the first record was for 15,947 drones launched simultaneously from a single computer, while the second was 7,496 drones carrying fireworks, marking the largest drone formation light of its kind. The show was produced in collaboration between the Shenzhen's Guizhou Innovation and Luoyang Traditional Firework Markers. Organizers said the theme, titled "A Firework Belonging to Me," represented a fusion of innovation and cultural heritage. Luoyang, known as Chinese fireworks capital, and the hosts creative fireworks and drone shows every Saturday, but this record-setting event drew unprecedented attention both locally and online.
A breathtaking king paradise is drawing crowds in South Korea as fields of pink molly grass in Najusi burst into full bloom, transforming the landscape into a dreamy sea of color.
In Najusi, the Republic of Korea, vast fields of pink molly grass have come into full bloom, creating a breathtaking spectacle beside the National Naju Museum. Visitors were seen strolling through the pink landscape, taking photos and soaking in the vibrant scenery. One visitor said that they traveled from Guangzhou just to see the rare sight, calling it absolutely stunning. Another said they stopped by and loved capturing photos, hoping more people would come to enjoy it. The pink molly grass, native to North America, typically blooms from September to November, painting entire fields in delicate shades of pink, like soft clouds floating over the ground.
Welcome back with your sports update. And the Sri Lanka women's team will have to win the match tomorrow against Pakistan in order to entertain the hopes of reaching the semi-finals of the Women's World Cup One Day International Cricket Tournament. The match commences at 3 p.m. tomorrow at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium in Colombo.
සූදානම්කින් ඉන්නවා ඒ වගේම ගිය තරගයේ අපි හොඳ ජයග්‍රහණය කළා ඒ මානසිකත්වයෙන් හෙට තරගයට හොඳ සූදානමකින් ඉන්නවා කණ්ඩායම සියලු දෙනාම.
The Asian Youth Athletics Championship commenced in Manama, Bahrain yesterday. Hizan Chandra was secured the third position in 110 meters men's hurdle event by finishing the second preliminary event by holding a clocking 14 seconds, qualified for the finals in the same event. In the second preliminary rounds of the women's 100-meter event, Tharani Nirmina finished his record clocking 12.36 seconds and also qualified for the women's semi-finals event. Sri Lanka volleyball team was able to record a victory against Afghanistan 3 rounds to 2 in the Central Asia Volleyball Tournament being held in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Sri Lanka won the first round 25 points to 23, while the second and third rounds were won by the Afghan team 25 points to 22 and 28 points to 26 respectively. Sri Lanka team, after winning the fourth round for 25 points and 23, also won the final round 15 points to 11. And with that, we conclude the primetime news bulletin of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation Channel Eye. And stay tuned for the very latest update tomorrow as well. I'm Charita, signing off with Situmi. Stay safe.